Hey guys, it's Brit coming to you live, and I'm really excited to talk about this topic today, healing your relationships by changing your inner feelings. Because this is the work that I do with my clients, and actually this week, or not even this week, like in the past few days, I've had like quite a few of my clients having major shifts in their relationships with the men they're with. And so I wanted to share some of this, or actually I posted in my story what those wins are. But basically what I want to talk about is how when you change your inner feelings, okay, or you change your energy, the way people show up in your life is different, okay? And I want you to just come to this belief and come to this understanding that your relationships are healable, and that your heart is healable, and that you're easy to love, and it's easy for you to love others and have positive relationships with other people, okay? So I want to talk about how exactly to do this, and I'm going to be sharing more of this topic. I'm going to have a whole training on healing your relationships in my latest course, Manifest Your Dream Life School. So we're going back to school, guys. We are going back to school. Manifest Your Dream Life School is starting pretty quick here, September 15th. I'm going to post the link in the comments. But go ahead and say hi to me, you guys. Say hi. Tell me where you're joining from. If you're watching on the replay, comment hashtag replay. Here, I'm going to post the link to Manifest Your Dream Life School right here in the comments from my laptop. Oh, there I am. I look all bright and shiny today. Okay. Posting that, so you can go and check that out if you get bored while I'm talking, which of course you would not ever, right? But I'm just saying, there is the link to my latest course, Manifest Your Dream Life School. So there's going to be an entire module in this course on healing your relationships, okay? And we're going to go into some soul connection stuff as well, which is what I also teach my clients. I don't know how to pin the comment anymore. That used to be a thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now that comment is there, you can check that out or check it out after. Say hi to me, you guys. How's it going today? How is your Thursday? Almost forgot what day it was. I was almost going to say, how's your Friday? And then I'm like, wait a second. It's not quite Friday. So, okay, Manifest Your Dream Life School kicks off September 15th. You can check out the deets in that pinned comment right there. But basically, this is boot camp to manifest your dream life, okay? And there is going to be an entire module, which will be like an extended version of this, which I'm talking about. Hey, Laura. It's your Friday. Okay, yeah, because you're in Australia, right? Aw, miss you. Love you, Kirsten. How's it going today? What's up? So, I want to talk about my client wins here first, because this is just perfect examples of how changing your energy changes the way people respond to you. Okay, and I've done this in many relationships. Like, I want you to even think of the most hopeless relationship that you have, where you've kind of just let it go and you're just like, whatever, that person is just an asshole. Even those relationships can be shifted with your energy. And sometimes it's not always a good idea to go in there and try to shift those relationships. But if you're still feeling a pull towards someone, you feel like there's some unfinished business there, it is a good idea to change your energy. Because here's the thing, and this is actually an Abraham Hicks quote, but the quote is, until you do the inner healing work, you'll keep attracting the same relationships over and over again with different faces, right? So if you keep getting people hurting you over and over and over again, it's a good idea to heal whatever is within you that is causing this to be this repeated dynamic in your life, okay? So the quote is something like, you'll meet the same people with different faces until you heal yourself, or something. And it's an Abraham Hicks quote, I believe, or something like that. So you've seen me in person, someone said. Wow, I'm a celebrity. Okay, so some of my client wins lately have been, Jazzy says, I need some relationship advice badly right now. Good, you're in the right place. So, okay, have you ever been in a relationship, and I totally have, where you feel like you're kind of chasing them and they're kind of running away from you, or they don't really care, but it's you that cares more, and it's you that wants to hang out with them more, right? So my client was having a relationship kind of like that, or dating a guy where she felt like she was kind of chasing him, and it was her wanting to see him more than him wanting to see her, right? But anyway, so she's been working with me she was in my 6-week package. Well, she still is. We're not done yet, actually. So there's still many more transformations that can still come. But she's had the dynamic shift where now he's calling her like repeatedly and sending her like double texts. And then when she's not answering, he's sending her question marks like, hey, what's going on, right? And like before, it used to be the other way around, right? So since working with me, she's had this dynamic totally shift, right? And this is something that can be so normal. And I really want you to open your eyes to this, because this is something that not a lot of people understand. So, yeah, she's not in a relationship with this guy either, but it's just like a casual dating situation, right? In response to Jazzy there. So anyways, I've had this happen so many times, and I want you to understand this, that how you feel about people is how they feel about you. And if it's appearing that people aren't liking you as much as you like them, or there's some type of dynamic going on where you care a little bit more than they do, or whatever, or you're a little bit needy and they're kind of a little bit unavailable, I just really want you to know that this dynamic is super easy to shift once you can just wrap your brain around this belief that how people feel about, or how you feel about people is how they feel about you. And if it's not, it's because you are blocking it with your own thoughts and feelings, okay? So I'm going to challenge you a little bit here, but probably the reason, 9 times out of 10 that it seems to appear that you like someone a little bit more than they like you, 9 times out of 10 it's because you don't really fully believe that that person would like you, for whatever reason. So you feel a little bit less than them, right? So you know that feeling when you meet someone really amazing and cool, and then you kind of put them above you, right? Like on this pedestal, and you're like, wow, like if only this amazing God person would talk to me, right? And then you kind of put yourself down, and then you think, well, why would they want to talk to me? I mean, I'm kind of crazy and weird, and I'm not really that hot, and actually, like, maybe I'm just like a fucking joke, and nobody might ever talk to me again. And then you go into this negative loop, right? So it's those thoughts that are contradicting your desire, which is for them to want you back with the same, frequency that you want them, right? But when you have so many fears and insecurities and self-doubts, you block the natural order of the universe. You block the love that is meant for you to happen, because you're not trusting that you're lovable. You're not trusting that you're as good as this dream person, right? And so 9 times out of 10, when you do the inner work to feel lovable, feel, sexy and attractive, and most importantly, you do the work in your brain to accept the fact that that person actually fucking loves you and adores you and wants to be with you, and if they didn't, they're actually crazy or something, because how could they not, right? 9 times out of 10, when you do the inner work to get to that place, that person will turn around and either like you in the same way that you like them, right? Or you'll manifest a new person who's kind of quite similar to that person with the same sort of energetic frequency, because you manifested it, and that person will be liking you. But what can often happen too is sometimes they start liking you once you've shifted your focus onto a new person, right? So, is that making sense? Are you picking up what I'm putting down, you guys? Because this is literally a video that you should rewind. I was trying to think of the word here. Like, I'm like, what was that word when we had VHSs, right? Rewind, watch over. And you especially need to join Manifest Your Dream Life School. The link is in the pinned comment if you want to have a whole module on this, where I'm actually going to do like a hypnosis live to rewire your brain to accept love as your natural state. So you can go and check that out. The link is in the pinned comment. So This is for you if you are ready to shift into your dream life on all levels, okay? So dream life isn't just about relationships. Dream life is about physical body health. Dream life is about literally living your passion and purpose and helping people in the process. So being in your joy, which helps people, right? Dream life is, feeling joy in every day, even when things aren't going well for you, right? Even if things, maybe you're having a day where things are a little bit off, but it's about knowing and trusting that your life gets to be good and you get to be happy no matter what. So it's about how to achieve that frequency of already living your dream life prior to actually living it, right? And so it's about feeling like you're living your dream life, and then it will manifest. And it's the exact same with your relationships. There will be a period of time prior to manifesting your soulmate, prior to manifesting your dream relationship, where you're already feeling like you're in it, okay? And no, I'm not. So if you're not feeling loved and you're not feeling lovable and you're feeling lonely and you're feeling needy, you're not on track to manifesting a relationship, okay? You're on track to manifesting more loneliness and neediness and, feelings of not being lovable. And that's just the truth. And a lot of people don't understand this. They think like they can continue to feel shitty and manifest good things. That's not how it works. You have to change your inner feelings if you want to manifest a different and better life, okay? And that's what I'm going to be teaching you in Manifest Your Dream Life School, you guys, is how to change those inner feelings, because this is something that I had to do. I used to be such a negative person. I used to wake up in the morning and just feel this heaviness and this bitchiness. God, I was bitchy. And nothing in my life changed until I was able to actually feel differently and start to feel like I was living my dream life and start to feel like I was lovable and feel like things were always working out for me and I was living my dream life. That's when things started to actually shift. But I had to feel that way first and feel it for like a while and consistently stay strong in my positive feelings. Okay? So does that make sense, you guys? You have to feel the feeling and consistently feel the feelings of living your dream life before it will manifest. Okay? So yeah, and then I had another one of my clients who just recently broke up with a boyfriend, but she's feeling like way better about it. I think I talked about her before. Like, she thought that when she would have this breakup, it would be like the end of the world, right? When you're afraid of losing someone. But she's actually felt really calm about it, and she's felt like excited about life. And now she's been asked out by this like famous dude who's like online. And I like looked him up. I'm like, oh shit, this guy looks pretty fucking cool. Like, way to go, girlfriend. And she's been doing what I've told her to do, but she's been doing some mirror work. She's been doing some soul love, soul connection exercises. And she's been really just getting in the vibe of feeling loved by men. And this is what it takes to create the relationship you want. You have to actually live there for a bit. You have to live in that frequency of being already in it, right? So if you're feeling needy and lonely and ugly and not lovable, you're not there and you're not on track. And that's where I come in. And that's really what I want you to know is nothing will change until you change your inner feelings. And that's why you can look around you and see, so many problems and so many people, because like that just seem to be repeated and over and over and over again, right? Like people just have the same problems like for their entire lives, and then you see them old and decrepit and dying and they still haven't healed their issues, right? And it's because they weren't able to change those feelings, right? Feelings are everything, and I'm not one to avoid feelings. You have to go into those feelings and remove the untruths from them, right? So every negative thought that you could ever think feels negative because it's not the truth of who you are at a soul level, okay? So if you keep having a repeated negative thought over and over and over again, you got to stop thinking that thought. But in order to stop thinking that thought, you have to rewire it in your brain and see it for the untruth that it is, okay? And this is how you start to affect real changes in your life, is by rewiring the brain and rewiring the subconscious mind so that you actually feel different. And once you feel different, you will attract different once you feel loved and desirable and sexy and beautiful and like a goddess, you will have men show up in your life saying those things to you. It's really funny, actually, like how quickly it can happen, because I feel like men are quite telepathic as well, and I'm sure it works in the reversal too, like with women to men. But like if you say a bunch of positive compliments in your head about yourself, like you say some stuff to yourself in your own head, men will actually say those things to you like later that day, right? Like this is how fast things can shift. Like I've had also one of my other clients, she was doing this exercise that actually I learned from Leslie Tavernier. So yeah, get the fuck out if you're bored. Why the fuck are you here? So one of my clients did this exercise that I actually learned from Leslie Tavernier, who was one of my previous coaches that I worked with like a year ago, and for a while, like she really helped me. She's awesome. You should follow her on here as well. But she gave me this affirmation, and this affirmation was, I know he loves me. Okay, and this is a really good affirmation for you if you struggle with feelings of like that he doesn't love you or he doesn't care about you, and you find yourself going into paranoid thoughts about being loved by a particular man. And you can do this with even a guy that's ignoring you or not talking to you. You repeat this affirmation, I know he loves me, okay? And you allow yourself to repeat that until you feel it in your heart. I know he loves me, right? And while knowing at a soul level that all there is love, right? And also operating from a detached perspective that like, if it's not him going to be loving you, that someone better will, right? This or something better. So having that healthy dose of detachment. But if you repeat this, I know he loves me, I know he loves me. And she even says like orgasm to that. And just really allow it, that feeling to be downloaded into every cell of your being. The reality will change into that reality where he does love you. And I've done this with men where it was literally like a lost cause. Like it appeared that they did not give a fuck about me. And I did this with my own mind. I know he loves me. I know he loves me. And things have reversed in miraculous ways. I've had men who, when I wasn't doing the mindset work, you know, kind of treated me shittily, come back around and treat me like the actual goddess queen that I know that I am after doing this kind of work. But see, mindset work doesn't do shit if you don't allow yourself to feel it in your heart, right? So you want to just take a moment and really feel loved, okay? Feel loved by men if you're a woman, or feel loved by all of life, and allow yourself to really feel what that would feel like, right? And anybody can do this because we've all had the experience of feeling loved at some point in time, right? So you want to call upon those feelings regularly so that you continue to feel loved every day in every way. And there's another really good quote that I know, I did my hypnotherapist course a year ago. I don't really practice it, like I don't do hypnotherapy for clients, but I do make recordings for the clients in my VIP group. And in my courses, I also do hypnosis like live in my programs. Like first I'll do like a light hypnosis and then I'll teach, because then I find what I teach goes into your subconscious mind more. So yeah, past life regression is great. I've probably had about 20 of them. But here's the thing with the hypnosis. You got to be consistent with it. Like, I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to have one hypnosis session and be healed forever. Perhaps maybe of one issue, but it's better for me personally, I think, to have your own sort of practice where every single morning you do something to be in a positive frequency. So you either put on some, positive affirmations or whatever, and you probably weren't deep enough in hypnosis if you couldn't see anything, because when you are in hypnosis, it's like this. You'll see everything. They'll be like, what do you see? And you'll know exactly when you're deep enough in hypnosis. If you're not deep enough, you won't be able to see, you won't be able to answer the questions, and it's basically useless. Some people are easier to hypnotize than others. I go pretty quickly. But yeah, you could be one of the more difficult ones. But I would give it another shot, because you probably just need to be taken a little bit deeper into hypnosis. And also, too, you don't need to be in a super deep hypnosis to actually affect positive changes in your life. Like, you can just be in a light state of hypnosis. Like, right before you go to sleep, you're in a light state of hypnosis, and right when you wake up, you're in a light state of hypnosis. So if you can rewire your brain at those times by, thinking of your dream life and listening to positive affirmations, you can do a lot of great healing just in those moments without actually going to a hypnotherapist, right? Or even listening to like a video like this when you're sort of half asleep, it'll just go in more. And that's why I do like a short hypnosis at the beginning of my trainings, because I feel like it goes in more. I don't always do it, but I do it sometimes. Okay. Interesting. So it sounds like, Jazzy, there's a little bit of resistance around going deep into hypnosis. I would keep trying it. And I would also look at why you might be afraid to access that deeper part of yourself. Like, what are you afraid of finding? Because that could be why you're blocking yourself, because you're afraid of what you might find. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted to do hypnosis, but I was afraid because I felt like I was just so fucked up that like I was going to find some crazy shit in there. And then when I started to do more like self-love work, by the time I actually did find hypnosis, I was like so ready for it. Yeah. The feeling scares you of being really relaxed, because it should really, really calm you. So here's the myth about hypnosis, that when you're in it, you're unable to move or talk or do anything or remember anything. That's a myth. When you're in hypnosis, it's like when you're half asleep, right? If someone called your name, you'd be able to move and wake up. You might not want to because you're a little bit sleepy, but you can move at any time. So at any time when you're in hypnosis, and let's say the hypnotherapist started to say some weird ass shit, you could just get up and leave. Like, you're not powerless. I mean, some people go deeper where they feel like they can't move or whatever, but you're always in control, and it's just allowing yourself to get more and more relaxed. And I find with people knowing that, they go easily or more easily into hypnosis, just knowing that they're always in control, and the hypnotherapist is just guiding you, right? And when you're doing it for yourself, when you go to bed, right, you're just guiding yourself into a more relaxed brainwave, but it's not like you're going to get stuck there. Good, I'm glad, Demetrius. Everything happens perfectly for a reason. I saw a heart there from Chris Richards, and I know you're a hypnotherapist too, so I'm like, you're hearing me talk about hypnosis, you're like, yeah. So another really cool thing to do is actually like, and this is something I teach my clients as well, is like, listen to music that makes you feel loved in the way that you want to be loved. Okay? So sometimes too, when you're just driving along and listening to music, hey Dre, what's up? Forgot about Dre. No, I didn't forget about you. I just thought of that song. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so sometimes when you're driving along and you're listening to music, you're going into a light state of hypnosis. So like, a lot of people think you have to be really deep in hypnosis to get any changes, which is not true. You can be actually quite light and still have positive effects in your life. So when you're driving and you find your mind kind of wandering off, this is when you can start to think of your dream relationship and start to feel those feelings that you would feel if you're in your dream relationship. And I've done this so many times where I've done that, and then I've had like the particular guy that I was obsessed with at the time text me while I'm driving, right? And thank God I have a brand new car now, so I can text and drive. But back then I would be like, holy shit, this guy just texted me, and I'd like try to like text back when I'm driving. Not really good, but like that's how fast your life shifts when you shift those inner feelings, right? Like, so it could be as easy as just daydreaming about the love of your life who hasn't manifested yet when you're driving and listening to love songs in your car, and then literally that guy that hasn't been texting you back texts you and says, hey, want to go out for dinner tonight at your favorite place, and you're just like, whoa, that was easy. So that's how fast things can shift, and that's what my clients are kind of experiencing right now, which I'm like so proud. They're like my little babies. I'm just like, yes, This is how easy love and life gets to be. So anyways, Manifest Your Dream Life School is right there. I gotta go, you guys. I love you all. Message me if you have any questions about Manifest Your Dream Life School. We start September 15th, so pretty quick. This is for you if you want to manifest your dream life and learn the energetics behind it, because everything is energy, right? So we need to heal your energy and shift those beliefs so you can have your dream life on all levels. So yeah, that's all for today, you guys. Remember, you came for the joy of living. Bye.